Guys, if you want to join two Oztent RV tents together with a weatherproof seal in the middle, you need the Oztent RV Awning Connector. I'm going to tell you all about it.
Hit it.
Hey guys, we're down here today at the Big 4 Caravan Park at West Beach in Adelaide. The city is about 20 minutes that way. The beach is right over my shoulder alongside the caravan park here. The park's full of facilities. There's a fully kitted camp kitchen, a pool, a bouncing pillow, there's a cafe nearby, a fire pit, sports facilities. You can entertain the kids and the whole family here for ages. And the folks at Big 4 have kindly given us some space today to set up a couple of Oztent RV tents behind me here. I've got them set up front to front because what I want to show you is the Oztent RV Awning Connector. Let's get started. Now what the Oztent RV Awning Connector does is allow you to set up two tents up against each other like this with the awning, ends of the awnings close by, and it actually fills in this space along the top here with a gutter and a downpipe and even a bit of gutter guard. And there's also panels to enclose these sides here so you can create an enclosed space in the middle or between your two tents here. I've got the optional Peak side panels set up here as well. If I grab two more Peak side panels and put them on this side, I could completely enclose this space between my two Oztent RV tents here. Now there's an RV awning connector specific to each RV tent with the exception of the RV 3 and 4, which are actually the same width of tent, so the zips match up. You can join a narrower tent to a wider tent, say an RV2 to an RV5. It just means on one side, the zip won't go all the way along. But I've got an RV3 and an RV4 that I'm going to connect for you today. I'm going to start by showing you what comes in the kit. So looking at what comes in the bag here, this is the carry bag I've got here. You get a peg. This is the gutter section that actually connects along the top between the two awnings, and this loose bit of fabric here is a little downpipe. And then there's two synthetic or sort of thinner fabric panels. They're the side panels that attach down each side. So I put them aside because we need to attach the top section first. I'll show you how that works. Now if we grab the more robust part of our awning connector here, there's a thicker PVC and mesh section and a little thin section, thinner fabric. This thinner fabric is our downpipe. This runs down the side of the tent and allows the water to run down and away from our living space. And then this mesh section here, this faces upwards. This is like a gutter guard. It stops all the leaves from getting into our gutter, and that protects sort of a PVC catchment underneath where the water will catch in and then run down our downpipe. Now on the side here, we've got two zippers. The second zip is actually for connecting the front wall on while we've got the awning connector in place. That's on both sides, so we could, if we wanted, put two front walls on. I'm not sure why you do that, but you could. So we need to orient it so this mesh side is facing up. And then the zippers start at opposite ends. So I can see this zipper starts with the zipper pull up on the awning up here. And then this side here, the zipper's actually going to start at the other end. So we just need to have a think about where the zippers start and finish. First thing I'm going to do is connect this side to the far tent. Now if you do find yourself getting a bit confused about what zip lines up where or doesn't seem to work, just stop and have a think about it because they do all work. You just need to make sure you're using the right zipper. Now I've got that connected on one side there. We do just need to make sure we grab the storm flap here. That matches up to the Velcro patch on the awning connector here. We can just push that in place all the way along. And from there, we do up the second side, starting at this end. Now to do up the second side, the zipper pull is on the awning on this side here. Now I've set the tents up so I've got roughly the right gap here. You might find you need to shuffle the tents a little bit to make sure the gap's close enough. So I just pull this across, put the zipper in place, and I can do this up. Now it's hard to do the Velcro up on top as I'm going here, but it is weighted and it does sort of fall into place as you go. So I'll do that up all the way along to the other side, and that's our gutter in place, ready to start catching water. Now that's the top section of the awning connector, all connected. We can see we've got the mesh gutter guard on top here and the gutter underneath. Now that's channeling water into our downpipe here. Now we've got one peg that comes with the kit, so we can peg this out just away from the tent a little bit here and then make sure we don't get water all through our living area. So we've got the top section set up here. We can see our gutter guard on the top here that's keeping leaves out. We've got a catchment here and that runs into our gutter on this side. Now the gutter is actually designed to be lower on this side than it is at the far end of the tent there. So the water will run this way and down the downpipe. Now obviously if your tent's set up on a slope, the water's going to get in the other way. So just something you need to think about. Now all we need to do now is put the panel on the other side. There's two panels, one can go here. I'm not going to do that today because I don't have the side walls here, but I can show you how it fits on the other side. To do that, we need to grab the panel and go around to the outside of the tent. Now attaching the little side panels is pretty easy. It's all Velcro, apart from a couple of brass eyelets in the top here. There's a curved panel at one end. Now that goes, fits underneath the gutter, so this end of the gutter is open. So if water does come out this way, it runs on the outside of our panel into the outside of the tent. And then these little brass eyelets, they go over our spigots here. Now I think the best way to set it up is to actually put the side panel right underneath the awning and everything here. So it sits right underneath and all these storm flaps go over the top. So I need to loosen the guy rope, take the guy rope off, take the awning out, take the pole out from the awning, and then put side panel, awning, and then guy rope back in place. So that's our eyelets in place. From here, it's all just putting Velcro in place. So from the top here, there's a Velcro tab on the gutter. We just make sure that attaches to the side panel here so the water runs to the outside of the tent. And then down the side of the side panels here, we line up all these Velcro strips right to the bottom, and it seals up the gap in between. Now that's the side panel for the awning connector attached. And I haven't talked much about fabrics yet. These side panels are actually a ripstop polyester. The downpipe on the other side is also a ripstop polyester, and the gutter that runs along the middle is actually a PVC, so they're all made pretty heavy duty. Now we could put one of these on the other side as well, and if we had a second deluxe side panel kit over there, like I mentioned, you can completely enclose that center space. There's a couple of other questions people have had about the awning connector. I just want to come back inside and talk to you about them. Now, I've had plenty of people ask if they can use the awning connector with two different size RV tents. As I mentioned before, you can, but what it means is that your narrower tent is going to start level with the wider tent on one side, and it's going to finish just short at the other side. So you can use them, they're just not going to line up completely, and that means you're only going to be able to put one of these side panels on. You're always going to have a gap on that side. But it's still perfectly doable. I just want to show you the zipper that's inside here as well. That's still exposed here, so we can attach the front panel to the front of our awning here if we like, to create a divider between these two spaces. The zipper on the side panel here is still exposed, so we can completely zip the front panel in there. Now people also want to know how to get the right spacing when they're setting it up for this to fit easily. I did it by laying out the two mesh floor savers here. Now I've not done a very good job of it today because I've got a bit of a gap here, but I laid them out, pegged them in the same pegs here. I had to shuffle the tents a little bit, so maybe don't put your pegs all the way in until you know your awning connector fits nicely. One thing I haven't mentioned is the pack size. This was the bag it comes in as I was holding at the start. It's only sort of 30 to 40 centimeters in length. They weigh about half a kilo, so very portable, don't take up much room in your car. You can grab these online at snowies.com.au, lowest prices every day. I hope that was useful. We'll see you next time. Don't click away from us yet, guys. If you thought that was useful, subscribe to our channel so you get all of our latest and greatest information. If you've got any further questions, let us know in the comments below. Give us a like, or if you want to learn a little more about Oztent RV tents and accessories, check out this video down here.